Well, it looks like we are ready to get started this morning, and I want to just start off by thanking everyone for attending, and a special thank you to Angie Alicio, because she's the kind that will stand in the background and not want any credit for this, but has been responsible for making it possible. And I just want to start off by saying that our PTO's holiday lights recycling drives have far exceeded my expectation, as it was an effort that not only impacted our fundraising, but it has raised an awareness of the importance of recycling for our students, family members, and the community. The funds have supported the installation of our walking track that our students and community members get to enjoy on a daily basis. And we are also going to be using the funds to complete the natural classroom space that we have in the works. What I find very exciting is how the citizens of this city have embraced our effort. And I just want to thank you for supporting our recycling efforts and making an impact on our environment. And at this time, I would like to introduce a very special guest, our Mayor Beitler. Here, thank you.
Yes. Deb, thank you very much. I am delighted to be out here. I'm delighted to be out here for a couple of reasons. One is very close and personal to me. This Eastridge neighborhood was in the center of my old 28th District Legislative District. And I have walked this neighborhood many, many times, and I'm delighted to be back. It's always such a beautiful neighborhood out here. Secondly, I'm delighted to be here because this effort is a part of recycling. Recycling is something that the city is very, very interested in. I think we are all interested in it. So I want to thank Principal Dabbert for hosting us today. As mayor, I again want to be a part of increasing the rate of recycling in our community. Consider some of the facts. Lincoln's recycling rate is currently 22%. That's as compared to an average of 34% nationally. So we can do better. We can do much better. More than 40% of what we put in landfills is readily recyclable. It can be done. Those recyclables could return $6.2 million to our economy if we could get that job done. Instead, we're paying a large amount of money just to bury all this stuff in the landfill. So part of this effort to increase our recycling rate is to educate the public about the many items that are headed to the trash bin that could be recycled. And one of those items is holiday lights. Most of us, if you're like me, have a pile of unused or broken holiday lights stashed away someplace. This is the year to get rid of them. And you can help Eastridge Elementary at the very same time. For the third year now, the Eastridge Parent-Teacher Association, organization, is collecting unwanted holiday lights for recycling. Their partner is Scrap Central of Omaha, which pays the school 20 cents per pound for the lights. The school raised $5,000 for the holiday lights the first 2 years, and the funds have been used for PTO projects, including the school's walking track. In its first 2 years, this drive has kept 10,000 pounds of holiday lights out of our landfill. In addition to helping the city of Lincoln, the students are learning that each of us have a role to play in protecting our environment. And in this case, the support of the walking track encourages healthy lifestyles. As the city looks for ways to increase recycling in our community, the Eastridge family has set an example for all of us. So we're encouraging everybody in the community to participate. Holiday lights can be dropped off at Eastridge, 6245 L Street, right here. They can be dropped off at all Lincoln fire stations. Thank you, firefighters, for doing this. and they can be dropped off at many local businesses. A complete list of those businesses can be found at gogreenholiday.com. Scrap Central, the recycler, has also partnered with the school on 2 free spring electronics recycling drives, and another is planned for 2016. Through the holiday lights and the electronics drives, the partnership has so far diverted more than 23,000 pounds of material from the landfill and raised $6,800 for school projects. The Eastridge PTO received the 2014 Environmental Leadership Award from the Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department for its efforts. And I want to add my thanks and the congratulations of the whole city to those. We have several of the partners with us here today to discuss this project. We'll hear from Sean Jones-Jobst and Bob Reeker and of the Eastridge PTO, and Jennifer Jones of Scrap Central. But first, I want to make a little presentation to Principal Dabbert. To help kick off this drive, Judy and I found a few pounds of lights around our house. So, here you go.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Next, yeah, you want to-
Well, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you guys could all come today. My name is Sean Jones-Jobst. I'm the current PTO president here at Eastridge, and I'm so proud of our PTO and our school and our family here. This project is a major undertaking, and we so appreciate the mayor for bringing attention to it. We couldn't do it without the support of all of our teachers and our parents, our community contributors, organizations and businesses like the fire department, and businesses in town that have allowed us to put receptacles at their locations. This is not a small undertaking for them. They take up space. Sometimes people have questions about the drive, so we appreciate what they've done to contribute. We also appreciate all of our volunteers that go all over town to collect these lights. This is a unique opportunity for us because it's not just to raise funds for our school, but it's also a chance to teach the children at our school and the community how a small idea can turn into a very big project, what a difference it can make to volunteer in your community. And this project allows us to give back to the community for allowing us to educate our children here and have great opportunities. So thank you to Mrs. Dabbert, and really also thank you to our co-chairs, Bob Reeker and Angie Alicio. They have put so many hours into this, and thank you to Scrap Central, which they have contributed more and more time each and every year, and we hope that this project will continue into the future. So, and Bob Reeker is going to come up next and talk a little bit more about it.
Thank you, Sean. As Sean said, my name is Bob Reeker. I'm currently a teacher here at Eastridge, and I actually have a student here, a 5th grader, who is my daughter. I'm also a past PTO president, and as Sean mentioned, I am co-chair with Angie Alicio. 2 key words stand out to me today that I'd like to share with you, and that is thank you. Several people we'd like to make sure we thank for being partners with us are the many, many sponsors that we have listed at gogreenholiday.com. They have given sponsorships, in-kind donations, and we thank them for their partnerships with us. We also, of course, have those 50 different collection sites across the city that have allowed us to put those boxes in their organizations and businesses. They'll be there for nearly 2 months, and as Sean mentioned, it does take up space, but we do appreciate that opportunity to have those boxes there so people can find those locations very easily. We, of course, thank our wonderful partners with Scrap Central, who without them, the drive would not be able to even take place, so we thank them. We also thank our Eastridge Neighborhood Association, who supports and publicizes this drive for us as well. They are great partners with us. And finally, we want to thank our PTO volunteers, families, and children. This drive is done by you and for you. So we thank you for all of your efforts. I'm happy to introduce Jennifer Jones, the CEO and owner of Scrap Central, Inc.
Thank you, Mr. Reeker. As Mr. Reeker said, I'm Jennifer Jones with Scrap Central in Omaha. I just want to first start off by thanking everyone for being in attendance today. Thank you, Principal Dabbert, Mayor Beitler, the Eastridge PTO, and the Lincoln community for all your support with our 3rd annual Holiday Lights Drive. We really believe this is just a great example of a project that shows how the community, the schools, neighborhoods, and the private sector can all work together for the benefit of our community. It's really just been a great continuing project that has helped raise awareness of the importance of recycling and how many pounds of lights that we can divert from our local landfills. And it's also been a great opportunity to raise funds for Eastridge Elementary and all of their school initiatives. So thank you again for all your support, and hopefully we can divert a lot of lights from landfills and raise a lot of money for Eastridge.
Okay, questions? Good to go? Thank you very much for being out here to tell us.